going to take me some time just to get anything out. It's been the case with the live streams of late. Life is ever more challenging, and I'm being pushed further and further away from I can't lie, I mean nobody's life. Nobody's life. There's no way I can describe it. I know I'm in the future. That's how I've been referencing it. I know that's the case. And I don't understand why you wish me to know I'm in the future in a different way. It's a case of I'm still being forced. I'm still being forced to suffer in ways that are just beyond natural, beyond acceptable, and it's not how I imagined this situation and time to be. I don't know what to do with the levels of suffering I'm in. So many different ways, so many different attributes. And I know I've been pushed over that final step into where I see myself at the moment, and it's oblivion. Ultimately, I know I just need the suffering to stop. That's what I need. The suffering to stop. Not a thing more. And if I'm honest, no level of comfort will heal that I can foresee. in honesty to my past, my experience today has been gut-wrenching. It's been horrifying. It's been disgusting. Every day. And really and truly, in a world where the future exists, I don't really want to be part of that future. I don't doubt you're able to feed me the news of the situation, the reality, at some point, and I'll just let it go. One, because I have no choice, what am I going to do? And two, Stockholm Syndrome. Silence, the movie. I don't know what I'm clinging to. It's not really possible to let it go when my body's trembling. The pain is real. The physical discomfort is unbearable. And then there are so many other levels that I have to deal with beyond that. I've got to think of a different way. I know the way that it's going to be inevitable, but my body's trembling. It takes a lot to wake up, prepare a meal, do any shopping, get washed and changed in a day. For a future I know I don't wish to be a part of. I guess the collective, and I don't mean the collective psychosis with maybe a few individuals left out, I mean the collective humanity is where it's at. We could have gone a million different ways, and this is what it looks like in the label that is 2022. We accept war. We accept control, we accept forced medication, we accept imprisonment, and a judicial system that's a joke. We accept a list of human rights that are under par for an animal. The way we consume in this world is unthinkable to practicality. One of the organizations that make money from selling, from us consuming from them. And two, it's unthinkable that we consume in such a way, hiding true hiding the truth to the reality of the present. All that was listed before, the pains that are hidden within, that we're told to hold a stiff upper lip, not talk about depression, not talk about the pain, and keep calm and carry on. It's brainwashing. A child has no chance being born into this world unless they are subjected to the most surreal set of influences, possibly like myself. They're able to stand back, speak to the kind in action, gentleman on the canal, and then look at his smiley face and remember yesterday and the day before, 2 weeks ago, the month before that, and the people the way they were, and view the people from an external point of view, and know there is a sickness within him, maybe not in the final act, but there's a sickness within that man. That's the collective humanity in the label of 2022. In the future, it could look like anything. We could do the extremes of many different simplistic actions that to us here in 2022 would be absurd, would be unthinkable. But because we've come together and we've put a label on them in the future that it's okay, we just get on with it because it's the best we can do. You need to explain that to someone from the past, and you know that. Because that's all that counts really, isn't it? To be socially cool, socially trendy, socially understood, not go too far away from it into ideals and nature, but to stick to the collective journey. So be it, and please need the suffering to stop. I've made a very humble request. I can see a sick picture both ways, and I'm pretty sure that the picture on one side has a lot more benefits than the picture on the other side, and I'm kindly asking to be let in to the picture on the other side, so my mind can become rested in the new cool, the new dress code. I say it, I realise in the future that pandemics, wars, famines, and even worse. But I'm in the future already, and in the past, 2022, I'm responsible for my healing. my own healing in the right way, I can only imagine it would be possible to transition however many years, thousands, millions, a lot more harmoniously than the plan currently in place. There's nothing left in this body, there's nothing left in this life. There's nothing left to prove. There's no final act. There's no closure needed, except for one thing. There's no healing. There's no magical mind within the ignorance that is me of the past. Anything that adds to a delay is but a science project. And maybe that's what's cool in the future. To be honest, it kind of makes sense. But as a lab rat that can communicate, I kindly ask to be released, because I believe there's also an element of compassion and understanding in the future. And this lab rat has had too much of being tested on. I hold to something at the moment, and I suspect that's what it is that prevents me from entering the new world. And unfortunately, to everything I know I am, is something that the healing process of the past requires time, care, love, and honesty to myself to transition beyond. That pain will still be there in the future. It's the thing at the moment that clouds everything in my vision. And I understand that. I understand the whys. But instead of me sitting here wishing the whole world would drop dead, knowing there's no need, because if I'm in the future, which I am, the work has already been done. Jesus has risen. The planet has been healed to whatever extent has been possible. The sickness has been contained. And life can at least be life. A collective journey that makes a lot more sense than the label of 2022. And that's what I understand. Unfortunately, I don't have the wisdom to ascertain a reality to justify my current circumstance, to stay in the idea that 2022 is still real. What I have been through today to make a live stream now is unthinkable for me. I just know the levels of torment I am under. I know I'm in the future. I know I have no control over any transition from the past to the future. And what's looking inevitable is that the pain wants to push me into a place where all I can think about is that very thing that clouds my vision, and I'm going to give everything to not going that way because it's a lie. And unfortunately, I don't wish to do that for reasons you know already. There are other ways, better ways. If it's teeth that I wanted for the future, I can show teeth. I don't need to suffer to show teeth. I can roar if you need me to roar. But you will have to guide the journey to get those things from me. My mind has really lived a very surreal life, all with the pursuit of healing and continued growth and understanding. Maybe the very thing in the future stopping me from stepping into the future is something a little more sensitive, something a little bit more grown up in wisdom, awareness and consciousness to life and the journey that I don't possess, to really stand and not shake in my boots with what's put in front of me, maintaining control of that sensitivity. But allow me something. Allow me a journey that recognizes I've stepped down in terms of my spirit to life. Saying I can do it for myself. I believe that that response to life is in my bones, is in my spirit, and it will always come through. And I probably could. But being a wise, conscious being as well, to the label of 2022, there's nothing to prove. As much as my spirit is very much designed that way in this life, in this incarnation. I asked to drop down a class in school. I might be there for a year or two, but it's in my spirit's nature. And if that's what's required in the future, then hopefully I can go up a class. But nothing is worth holding to for this. That is the point my spirit is trying to prove. That is the work I've done. The sun was shining, and the pain was throbbing. It's been many years since I've been able to enjoy the weather. Maybe that's the sensitivity, to never enjoy the weather. Never enjoy nature. Just realise what it gives and be with it. But like the words I've just said there, training in my mind surely is possible. An imperfect start with the wisdom to know that very quickly I need to improve. It's just one other possible means of stepping forward into the future. Right now I end this live stream. My heart, my soul, they're dead into hoping for a miracle at the moment. My mind knows the reality there. But I allow my heart and soul to believe whatever they fucking want to believe. Because this shit fucking world should not stop my mind from stepping into front of the way of whatever my heart and soul do in terms of nature right now. And to hope for a miracle, being aware of what's going on, is a simple means of allowing that process to heal and take control of that process if and when at the right time presents itself. Is there in my mind as an action plan. You know that. I only hope you needed me to show a little bit of awareness to the situation. Show a little bit of death to life that I'm making this live stream today, given my day, and speaking from the same place, stating the same things, as a sign of consciousness and readiness to take that step. I hope we're allowed to enjoy the weather and nature in the future. But I can definitely see reasons why we might have progressed along the way and realised that that wasn't essential. I have no desire to purchase any more tokens for a better life for all of infinity. I'm ready to wear the clothes of infinity. I believe my clothes are likely to be far more luxurious than I would have otherwise received if I'd have taken the same path as everybody else. And I know that's important because that's pure survival in the future. Please allow me to put on my clothes of infinity